Hello my friends, I hope all you are fine. This is Narrative Stories channel. Let's start this story. The grand chandelier sparkled overhead as Emily glided through the crowd at her luxurious mansion, the center of attention in a sea of glamorous guests. Her home, a testament to her success, echoed with laughter and the clinking of champagne glasses. Emily, a successful businesswoman, exuded confidence and charm. Dressed in a stunning designer gown, she was the epitome of grace and poise. Her friends, family, and business associates admired her not just for her wealth, but for her magnetic personality and seemingly unshakable confidence. As she moved from one group to another, exchanging pleasantries and sharing laughs, Emily felt on top of the world. Her life, filled with opulence and admiration, seemed perfect. Little did she know, the foundation of her seemingly perfect life was about to crumble beneath her feet. The party, which was meant to celebrate another successful year, would soon become a stark contrast to the isolation and hardship she was about to face. Emily's world was on the brink of an unexpected and dramatic transformation, one that would test her resilience and reveal the true nature of the relationships she held dear. Amidst the lively chatter and joyous ambience, Emily's phone buzzed incessantly. Annoyed, she stepped away from the crowd to answer it. The voice on the other end was her financial advisor, his tone urgent and grave. "Emily, there's been a major stock market crash. Your investments, they're gone," he stammered. Shock washed over her as she tried to comprehend the magnitude of the situation. Desperately, she asked questions, seeking a glimmer of hope, but the advisor's responses were bleak. Her fortune, painstakingly built over the years, had evaporated overnight. Emily's initial reaction was one of disbelief. She hurriedly attempted to contact other financial experts, hoping for a different assessment, but the reality was undeniable. Her wealth had vanished. The enormity of the loss hit her like a tidal wave, leaving her feeling numb and disoriented. She returned to the party, her mind racing, but maintained a composed facade. The celebration continued around her, oblivious to the personal catastrophe she was grappling with. Emily's world had been turned upside down, and she was now standing on the precipice of an uncertain and daunting future. As the news of Emily's financial ruin began to circulate, the reactions of those around her were swift and telling. Her friends, who once flocked to her for her generosity and vibrant social gatherings, started to distance themselves. Invitations to events dwindled, and she found herself increasingly isolated from the social circles that had once revolved around her. The phone calls and messages that used to flood in daily became sporadic and eventually ceased. Emily's family, too, showed their true colors. Sensing the impending financial burden, they avoided her calls and visits. Her once close-knit family dinners turned into solitary meals, leaving her feeling abandoned by those she had always counted on. The most painful blow came from her romantic partner, who had initially promised support and solidarity. As the financial strain became apparent, his demeanor changed. The relationship, once full of love and promise, deteriorated quickly. He eventually left, citing the overwhelming uncertainties and stress. Emily was left alone, grappling with the harsh reality that her relationships had been built on the shifting sands of her wealth. The loneliness was crushing, and the betrayal stung deeply, leaving her to face her new reality in isolation. With her financial safety net gone, Emily was forced to make drastic changes to her lifestyle. She moved out of her opulent mansion, unable to afford its upkeep, and settled into a modest apartment in a less affluent part of town. The transition was jarring. Gone were the spacious rooms and lavish decor, replaced by a small, sparsely furnished space. She sold off her possessions, one by one, to cover her debts, each sale a painful reminder of her lost fortune. The days that followed were filled with emotional turmoil. Emily struggled with feelings of betrayal and abandonment, her once vibrant life now stark and lonely. Nights were the hardest, filled with sleepless hours and silent tears. The social invitations that once flooded her calendar were replaced by an empty inbox, and the phone that used to buzz incessantly with calls and messages now lay silent. The isolation was suffocating. She missed the companionship, the laughter, and the sense of belonging. The stark contrast between her past and present life was overwhelming, and she often found herself sinking into despair. Emily's emotional struggle was profound, as she grappled with the realization that her wealth had been the glue holding her relationships together. Amidst the despair, Emily began to reflect on her life and the nature of her relationships. She realized that much of her social circle had been attracted to her wealth and status, rather than her true self. This painful truth, while initially devastating, became a catalyst for change. Determined to rebuild her life, Emily started taking small steps toward a new beginning. She found a simple job at a local bookstore, a far cry from her previous high-powered career, but it provided her with a sense of purpose and a modest income. The work was humble, but it allowed her to reconnect with her love for literature, something she had lost touch with during her years of corporate success. Emily also began to rekindle old hobbies that brought her joy. She started painting again, finding solace and expression in her art. These small victories, though seemingly insignificant, played a crucial role in her emotional healing. As she engaged with her passions and interacted with people who appreciated her for who she was, not what she had, Emily's self-worth began to grow. She discovered a resilience and inner strength she never knew she possessed. Gradually, Emily started to rebuild her life. She enrolled in courses to learn new skills, expanding her horizons and gaining confidence in her ability to navigate her new reality. Each achievement, no matter how small, was a testament to her resilience and determination. Emily's modest apartment began to feel like a home, filled with her artwork and personal touches that reflected her true self. She formed genuine connections with her coworkers and neighbors, people who valued her for her character and not her past wealth. These new friendships were a stark contrast to the superficial relationships she had previously known. Emily also volunteered at a local community center, helping others who were facing hardships. This not only provided her with a sense of fulfillment, but also helped her gain perspective on her own situation. Through these experiences, Emily grew stronger and more independent. She no longer defined herself by her financial status, but by her resilience, compassion, and inner strength. The journey was challenging, but it transformed her into a more grounded and self-aware individual. Emily's life, though simpler, was now filled with genuine connections and a sense of purpose she had never known before. In the final scene, Emily is shown in her cozy new home, surrounded by her new friends. The atmosphere is warm and inviting, a stark contrast to the cold, opulent parties of her past. Laughter and genuine conversation fill the room, a testament to the meaningful relationships she has built. Emily smiles, feeling a profound sense of contentment and fulfillment. Her journey has been arduous, filled with loss and heartache, but it has led her to a place of true happiness. She reflects on the lessons she has learned, realizing that wealth and status are fleeting, but inner strength and genuine relationships are enduring. The story concludes with a powerful message. True value lies not in material wealth, but in the resilience, compassion, and connections that define us. Emily's transformation from a wealthy socialite to a strong, independent individual who values genuine relationships serves as an inspiring reminder of the importance of inner strength and authenticity. Her story is a celebration of the human spirit's capacity to overcome adversity and find true happiness, even when everything else is lost. Thank you for being a part of Narrative Stories. Your support and engagement mean the world to us. We are committed to bringing you the best in storytelling. What kinds of stories would you like to see next? Share your thoughts in the comments below.